Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
You may have seen the World Championship trophies being paraded around here before the game, for the Red Sox, that is. 28-0, third quarter about to begin. Schilling was here, Ortiz, Youkilis, John Henry, the owner. You know, the last time they won the World Series before this October, in 2004, the Patriots backed it up with a Super Bowl title of their own after that one in 04. And a reminder, the game is brought to you in high definition here on CBS. So, Feely on the field. There's Willie Andrews stepping back deep. He returned a kick not intended for him in the first matchup this year. Took it 77 yards for a touchdown. He tried to pooch kick it away from Hobbs, and it came to Andrews that time, and he ran it back. Here he is again. And a good stick. And that will end it. That's Allen with the tackle, and we'll see Brady and company again here starting the third quarter. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms here in Foxborough. What did you make of the first half?
Well, I think Bill Belichick, everything he did during the week, he practiced in pads. He practiced them hard. He was upset about some of the things that went on last week. You know, the players, they reinforced it all. So, but the emotion that the Patriots played with on both sides of the ball, they're 14-0, playing a 1-13 team. It was impressive, and it's just another reason why you can see, or another reason why they've had such a terrific year.
And again, Brady needs one touchdown pass to tie the Manning record in a single season. He's out here to start things with a little toss to Welker, and that's number 100 on the season for Welker. Wrapped up quickly by Courtney Bryan. The first half numbers, New England 304 yards in the half.
Pretty impressive. Wes Welker, 100 catches. All players, wide receivers, quarterbacks, you've got to find a system that fits you. Of course, with Randy Moss, the other good receivers, he has found the perfect place for his talents, an inside receiver.
Welker, one more catch to tie the Troy Brown single season mark for the Patriots. Over the head of Stallworth. So again, I said it earlier, it seems like every play they're going for some kind of record. They are 6 points away from tying the Vikings' 98 single season scoring mark. You know, their first half point total on the season, the Patriots, which is now over 300 on the season, is more than the season output of 14 teams. Of course, Randy Moss was on that Vikings team that set that mark back in '98. And on third down, it's Welker with the Patriot record tying 101st reception on the year.
Well, what they get you, Wes Welker always running short routes underneath, and you think, okay, it's third and it's 7 or less. He's going to go past the yardsticks. Watch the little move, little fake. Oh, excuse me. Let me go on up the field. Look at the defense react to it, and that's what you do. You talk about halftime adjustments. This is just one little thing. You say, hey, they're getting tighter on their coverage. Let's make a move, go up the field. Wes Welker, very good at it and wide open.
Finds a seam for 20. And they're set up now at the Miami 38. And a little push, and a flag is out on Travis Daniels, trying to defend Randy Moss. You mentioned a couple of times how Bill Belichick tried to get his team going again this week. Found a number of things he wasn't happy with.
Pass interference. Defense number 29 penalizes the spot of the foul and a first down.
After the 20-10 win over the Jets, when we met with Bill on Fridays, you'll see Daniels flagged for the second time in this game for interference. Just pushing Moss. Bill telling us on Fridays, our offense only came up with 3 points last week. What did you think of your performance? We scored 3 points.
Yeah, so you go back on the field, you work on the fundamentals. One of the reasons why they've had continued success, they work on the little things that can drive you crazy. But Bill Belichick and his staff, they don't get tired of teaching it over and over. They went back to some of those fundamentals this week, and they're working so far here today.
Timeout New England. course, what he meant by that, what he said, the offense was only responsible for 3 points. The defense and the special teams were the ones who starred. But the offense is doing it today. 4 touchdowns already. Brady called the timeout just to beat the play clock. So they'll come back out 1st and 10. Moving on this first drive of the second half. 29-yard line of the Dolphins. On fake. Going deep to the end zone. Picked off. That's Allen with the interception. Jason Allen running it out. Should have stayed in the end zone, but he'll take it at the 10-yard line as Brady throws only his 7th pick of the season. They're going for Randy Moss. And Jason Allen saw it coming.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. With Southwest Airlines' convenient nonstop flights, it's like having your own company plane. Circuit City. Circuit City makes it simple to shop, buy, and enjoy. It's simplicity guaranteed. And by the Accord, Beyond the Road, all new from Honda.
So a rare mistake by the Patriots. Brady throwing the interception, his 7th of the year, versus the 48 touchdown passes. And now Lemon goes across the middle to Chapman, breaking tackles. Was stepping right out of a couple of tackles and finally knocked down by Thomas. What happened on the pick?
Well, here, let's look at it, Jim. Here's Jason Allen. Tom Brady is trying to make him think he's going down the middle so he can throw it down the sidelines to Randy Moss. Watch Jason Allen. He stays square. Doesn't turn one way or the other until Tom Brady throws it. That allows him to make the move, get the interception. And when you're a quarterback, that's a chance you don't mind taking. Try to get him safety out of position so you can get a one-on-one with Randy Moss.
Chapman hard-earned 22 yards on the little pass. They come back over to him. Got Vrabel waiting and others. Asante Samuel chops him out after 3 yards. Brady had thrown a pick in the first home game this year. Clinton Hart for San Diego, but then he went 252 passes at home before Revis picked him last week. And then another one today, talking about home performances against 21 touchdowns. Second and 7 from the 35. Lofts this one. Peel unable to bring it in. Coming up tonight on 60 Minutes, it's Tom Brady. A look at Tom Brady.
Can't get away from him.
Yeah, well, why would you at this
That's right.
point?
Have this kind of year, you deserve the attention.
You want to know a little more, don't you? Find out tonight. All about Tom Brady on 60 Minutes. Of course, he'll be so upset. Forget all the touchdown passes today. He'll want to come back out here and throw tonight after this game ends. after that interception.
He's still smoking. He's still seething on the sideline from that interception.
Timeout, Miami.
I am Reagan Mawia, fullback for the Miami Dolphins.
And I'm Sam Congado, running back for the Miami Dolphins.
I want to wish everybody
Happy holidays.
Mawia Christmas, magtasang full.
Yes, Regan Mawia paying tribute to his Samoan heritage. And happy holidays to all of you. Third quarter here in Foxborough. And a 3rd and 7 for Miami from the 35. In and out of the hands of Hagan as Samuel reached in there to make it impossible to hold on to. And Eugene Wilson added a second hit.
Yeah, Asante Samuel, the best cover guy on the New England Patriots team. Cam Cameron, he gets a hand on it, Jim. And Cam Cameron has said to us last night, you know, we're going to throw a few passes to the right side, but I don't want too many going over there against Asante Samuel. You got to give him respect, because if you keep throwing there, he is going to pick one off.
7th punt of the day for Fields, and Troy Brown is back in as the returner. And he takes it right out of bounds at the 22.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Sony. High definition, it's in Sony's DNA. And by Sudafed PE, relieves the stuffed up feeling of nasal congestion in minutes.
A little variation of a Christmas Carol. 2007 Pats will go down in history as Mr. Kraft. He's been hosting the Red Sox family here today. Brady still gets the pass away.
How about that move by Jason Taylor?
Boy, he had Brady wrapped up about 4 different ways.
Well, Matt Light, left tackle. Jason Taylor to your left. He's a speed rusher, so you're thinking, oh, he's going to try to beat me around the outside. And immediately off the snap of the ball, he goes inside and gets free. And Tom Brady showing his strength today, able to find enough space and room to throw it away.
Jason had a pick in that first game this year against New England, picked off Matt Castle and returned it for a touchdown. Now it's Maroney. And Maroney with a run for 6, and it's Taylor on the hit along with Bryan. Maroney in that first half again had 2 rushes over 50 yards, 51 yards and a 59-yard touchdown run. The only other back this season in the league to have 2 carries in the same game over 50 yards was Adrian Peterson of Minnesota.
Yes.
So 3rd and 4 with Maroney and Falk in the game. As again the Patriots today going without their first 2 tight ends. With Watson and Brady sitting down. Cal Brady. Meanwhile, Tom Brady out of the pocket on the run, and the ball is intercepted off the deflection. That's Derek Pope with the pick. At first was in the arms of Randy Moss.
Pressure by the Dolphins defense. The quarterback moves, and then the excellent coverage down the field. And the downside to throwing into tight coverage, if it gets knocked up in the air, there's going to be other defenders there. Watch Randy Moss, 81, trying to pick up the first down. He goes up the field when he sees Tom Brady scramble. It's a good throw. What a job by Will Allen, putting his arm up in between Randy Moss's, knocking it up in the air. So it can be intercepted by Pope.
A little play action by Lemon. Vrabel chasing. Vrabel gets the sack.
Mike Vrabel is a defensive end. I know he plays linebacker, but he's a good pass rushing defensive end. So when he gets matched up against Justin Peele, who's a tight end, his forte, no matter how good you are, you can't be a great pass blocker as a tight end.
Vrabel in his 11th year, getting that recognition this last week, named to the Pro Bowl for the first time. In fact, a number of Patriots getting that honor recognition for the first time. On the draw, Chapman. Some hard running. Finally, Samuel slows him down, but 17 gained.
Well, Jesse Chapman, Cam Cameron pretty excited about him coming in today. Thought he could, if everything fell their way, they get some breaks, make some plays, and his running, because he can break tackles. He's compact, he's strong.
And playing really on a tender ankle that sidelined him last week against Baltimore. A player who was out of the league the last 2 years, but Cam Cameron familiar with his work down in San Diego. Ted Ginn Jr. And that's a Dallas Thomas tackling him from behind, but a gain 6. Well, the Dolphins defense comes up with 2 interceptions in a 3-throw span. And that last one, though, off the deflection, and Brady had put it in there for Moss, who was only able to somehow get one hand free. 2nd and 4. Pass thrown behind Marty Booker. And the crowd here, after so much energy expended in that first half, coming out here a little flat like the Patriots team.
Well, you're right, Jim. The crowd's a little flat. The Patriots have made some mistakes here in the second half. It is the NFL. And as good as the Patriots are, and even though the Dolphins are 1-13, it's hard to dominate from start to finish. So there's going to be some lulls.
And now they try to channel that energy.
What makes you great is to survive the lulls.
With the Patriot defense just beating the play clock on 3rd down. Lemon with Thomas chasing. A double reverse move by Lemon on the run. Throws across his body and has the first. That's Booker with the grab for 8 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Oh, you got to smile after that one, Cleo. That is some move by him. Nobody open. And as he scrambles, what's impressive is he goes back. He goes, I can't outrun him. So there's nothing to lose. Nothing to lose in the fact, as a quarterback, before the ball is snapped, sometimes where you are, if you're between the 40 going in and the 40 coming out, you go, well, I can take a sack. It's not a big deal. So you take some gambles moving around the pocket. Cleo Lemon did it that time, and it resulted in a first down.
At the New England 20. Inside handoff, and Booker for 5. Lemon, one of 12 quarterbacks to start a game this year in the league who came into the league undrafted. Of course, Tony Romo would be in that category. John Kitna among those. It was interesting hearing Cleo last night talk about that New England defense and how he felt like they really picked up a rhythm against the Patriots in the second half of that game down at Miami, but saying that they're so good at play recognition.
Yeah, which I've heard from many quarterbacks. As the game gets on, we heard it from Ben Roethlisberger. They recognize formations. They know when you get in certain formations, there's only so many plays you can run.
It's Chapman. It's the move inside to pick up the first, and finally Sanders able to get the takedown at the 5. A 10-yard run, setting up 1st and goal.
Wow. That was some collision down inside. Good cutback by Jesse Chapman. And then we talked about he's a tough runner. James Sanders, pretty tough guy himself.
So this is the second time the Dolphins have been inside the 10 today. Failing to produce any points just before the half, turning it over on downs. Sam Gatto, who has scored 3 touchdowns the last 2 weeks, picks up 3 yards. Here's the run. Just listen. And this was a couple of plays ago, actually, where Lemon was running for 30 yards to complete the 8-yarder for the first. Chapman comes out. A 2nd and goal, and Gatto again has been a short yardage man at goal line back in the last few weeks. They try to go up top instead. Little sidearm toss to Peel, and he's inside the 1.
Another nice play by Cleo Lemon. Tell you what Cleo Lemon's doing. He did last week, and he's done it times this year. Today, next week, trying to solidify a spot on this roster for next year for himself.
You talked to him last night about you have to feel like now you found a place in the league. You know you belong.
Oh, no question. No matter what happens, he has definitely earned a future in this league. He's going to be a quarterback somewhere.
3rd and goal. Fake to Gatto. Throws it, and it's incomplete. Now Eric Alexander on the coverage. He was going for David Martin.
Originally, they fool the defense. Here it is. You come out there, throw it. Oh, and he tries to throw it behind David Martin. We've talked about it so many times today. When the defender is not looking at you, throw it up in the air over the top of him, and all they can really do is pass interference to stop a touchdown.
So they're going to go for it, as they did in the first half. Of course, that was from the 5. This is inside the 1. Mawia, the fullback, Gatto, the tailback. Actually, the other way around. They're going to fake the Mawia, and Lemon fakes again. He'll take off for it. Did he get the pylon? They say no, outside of it. They'll turn it over on down. Lemon trying to rush for a 5th touchdown of the season.
Can't make that mistake. You got to dive, get the football inside. The Patriots able to stop the run. Nobody open.
Get the ball over the pylon.
Nice pump fake.
Oh, it's the right call.
Doesn't even get close.
The challenge has been issued. They threw out the red flag during the break. They want a review of this right here.
Okay.
Did the ball ever go over the pylon before he stepped out?
Does the ball go over the pylon as he's inbounds? That's a little different angle there.
Yeah, that gives you a little hope.
We saw
if you're a Dolphin fan.
Yes, I didn't see that when we originally did it. Watch the ball. He moves it. Did it go over the pylon? Which, if it goes over or inside of it, that is considered part of the playing field. Well, that's close. Hard to tell from that angle.
Of course, if he had the ball in his left hand, you're in jeopardy of Vrabel stripping it or knocking it out. But it also would have given a much better chance of getting at least across that imaginary plane.
Here's the best angle, Jim. Watch the football. He knows he's going across the pylon. He moves it.
Did he move it back? He moved it to the inside of his body, and then he went back outside. Was he already across the pylon by that point? Now he's on the inside.
He was. I didn't see that move, of course, when we saw it live. So Cleo Lemon definitely aware of where he was on the field and trying to get it inside the pylon. My guess is it will not be overturned.
Ron Winter has reviewed it enough.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The runner had the ball in his outside hand, did not break the plane of the goal line. Miami is charged with their 2nd team timeout.
Well explained. He had the ball on his outside hand. And again, just like it's been virtually every week, they come up short.
Close, a lot, not good enough.
A team that's lost 6 games on the year by 3 points on the button. So they're an inch outside of the goal line here and operating from the shotgun. Incredible time looking for Moss long. And there's a flag that's going to be thrown against, I believe, on Moss. He grabbed a hold of Jason Allen. Don't stand to lose a lot of ground on this penalty. I mean, how much can you knock it back? So I'm sure they'll just decline it.
Pass interference. Offense number 81. Penalties decline. Makes it 2nd down.
It's a heady play. Don't give the defender any chance to make a pick. You know, got nothing to lose except an incompletion. They'll decline it.
Yeah, absolutely, Jim. That makes a quarterback try it again in the future. If you protect him, it's underthrown. Well, that's pretty clever. Randy Moss trying to act like you know, don't catch me doing this.
2nd down and 10. And that was going for Welker. The Dolphins in this game today have had 3 takeaways and have failed to produce any points off the takeaways. This was for Welker's 102nd catch of the season.
Russ Welker lost sight of the football. The umpire was in the way. I think that hurt. Good play so far in the 2nd half by the Miami defense.
3rd and 10.
Covering the receivers.
Jason Taylor's gone virtually the whole way. Brady just 2 of 5 in this quarter with a couple of picks. Actually, that makes him now 2 of 9. We should say in the quarter. That was intended for Dante Stallworth.
Jason Taylor, question marks. Would he be ready to play today? And as the game goes along, he's getting stronger. He's used to speed. This time tries to overpower Matt Light, and Matt Light wins that battle.
So Hansen comes in to punt. The second time today. Rare to see a team throw it 3 times from its own end zone. But they know how to do it. Just didn't work this time. Hansen gets it away.
Beautiful.
Oh, is it ever? Can't even be returned. It's going to be 64 yards.
I think the fact that he didn't have the space, he's 10 yards instead of 15. He shortens up. And sometimes when you shorten up a motion, Jim, like a golf swing, throwing a football, or punting, the power, and yes, sir, get excited about it. That was pretty special. Shoot, we won a championship game one year because of our punter, Sean Lindetta, 1987. That's one of the greatest punting days in history to help us win.
That's the longest punt of the season for Hansen. 9 possessions for Miami today. 4 times they've been 3 and out. But twice they failed to produce anything in goal-to-go situations. Again, Jr. quickly. Samuel, he's going to be right there manning that side and shuts it down after 3. You can watch NFL players tell their personal stories and help decide what will be this year's NFL Super Bowl commercial. It's only at NFL.com/superad.
You saw Ted Ginn Jr. catch that little screen pass the play before. Talking about him, Cam Cameron says he's getting better at being a wide receiver. His biggest problem, or what he has to work on this offseason, he's tall, is being faster and quicker in tight spaces, because that's what the NFL is about.
Well, here he is. And that's what you're talking about right there.
That was it. You know, when he played at Ohio State, he's the fastest guy in the field. He always had space, a lot of room, and didn't have to worry about getting off to a fast start. Well, in this league, you might be the fastest guy, but it'll be by inches, not by yards like it is in college.
That one goes for 9 yards and another first down at 47.
No, you're right. Just as we talk about, Jim, that's what you want to be able to do. Catch it and make a quick move and get going forward with very little effort.
On first down, Lemon steps away for the pressure, throws off his back foot, throws it out of bounds. Still got decked by Rashad Moore.
Tell you what, Cleo Lemon, we talked about it, his feel of the game. He's learned how to deal the football today under pressure, and being the starting quarterback in the league, all the press that comes with it, negative a lot of times, especially when you're losing. And talking about the grind, boy, he's going to have to get rid of some bumps and bruises to get ready for next week's game.
He's never missed a practice. That was what Cam Cameron was impressed about in 4 years in the league. And they hand it off to Booker, slicing through into the secondary. And look at Thomas, the linebacker, with the speed to stay with him and get him by the heels at the 30. 22 yards.
Funny, isn't it? We were talking last night, the shotgun formation. I want to talk about the Dolphins, and Cam Cameron comes in. He starts talking about how the Patriots deal so much out of the shotgun. They throw it. How can you run it? And today, the Miami Dolphins have been very successful with their run game, with Cleo Lemon in the shotgun and 2 backs in the backfield, giving the Patriots a look that they have not seen this year, or giving them something different to look at from the Miami Dolphins.
So new downs at the 31, and again it's Booker for 3. But Lemon, 100% attendance, if you will, at every practice. This goes back to his San Diego days when Cameron was the offensive coordinator.
All during the off-season. You have all those off-season workouts.
And that's why he's made it in the league.
Yeah, well, that's
according
right.
to the coach.
He is not going to. He is giving himself every chance there is. And you know, what we say, Jim, he's doing it the hard way. An undrafted free agent. trying to find a spot in the roster. You get so few snaps in practice, so you've got to impress them with your skill when you do, and you got to impress them with your hard work. He's done that.
2nd and 7. And that's Martin with the catch. And they spot it enough for the first. Actually, that's Marty Booker. Well, Lemon out in San Diego, when they would go into those meeting rooms during the week, and again, he was 4th on the depth chart. He'd be sitting in a room with Breeze, Flutie, Rivers, and as Cam Cameron said, it couldn't help but benefit young Cleo Lemon just being around all of that, never missing anything.
Yeah, being around guys that work hard, prepare, do all the right stuff. You go, well, they're having success. You go, that's, if I get my chance, I got to make sure I do all those same things.
Booker picks up the first. And Lemon's going to the end zone. Man's open. And it is caught for a touchdown by Camarillo.
Beautiful route by Greg Camarillo. They wanted to try to throw some deep balls to the outside down the field, of course. They wanted to do it against Ellis Hobbs. That time they catch him one-on-one. Top of your screen. Watch the move inside. Sells it. He looks back to the quarterback. That's enough to make Ellis Hobbs go inside. That's why Greg Camarillo is wide open in the corner of the end zone.
I wonder if Wes Welker is over there saying, wait a minute, who's that wearing my uniform from last year? That's the one that Welker used to at the 83 for the Dolphins. Camarillo, who was in San Diego last year with Cameron, played on special teams in that playoff loss they had in the divisional round, the Chargers, to New England. That's how he saw action in that game. He caught the winning score last week. He's got the feet down on this one.
Yeah, he does. Really beautiful route. When you get a defender off of you, it's not about speed anymore. It's, can you deceive him? Can you make him think you're going one way and go somewhere else? And that's what Greg Camarillo did that time. Just was patient, looked inside, and when Ellis Hobbs looked in there with him, that's all you need, a little space. And another good throw by Cleo Lemon. A lot of plays being made by the Miami Dolphins offense in the second half.
And for New England, it's just been a struggle since they came out for the third quarter. A little sluggish, a struggle. And Brady staying loose. This is commonplace to see him just constantly on the sideline, just loosening up. 2 of 9 though in this half.
Loosening up, but Jim, it's about finding a rhythm. And that's all he does. He does that to keep himself in rhythm.
There's Feely's boot. That's Kevin Falk. Of the 5. And bouncing around 27-yard line.
We got a little freeze cam here. Watch how it starts. The protection. Look at the space Cleo Lemon has, and look down the field. Receiver spread across. What a shot. Ellis Hobbs looking inside, and then when Greg Camarillo breaks out, that is perfect execution, good design by the coaches, and call, of course, the biggest thing of all, calling the right play at the right time.
Well, they went 4 wide with the shotgun, just an inch out of the end zone. Now they'll go with the I formation, first down at the 26. And Maroney taking it to the side. Behind Nick Kazur, and Russ Hochstein goes for 2.
Patriots going to change up here. They've shown they'll do. 2 backs, giving you different looks. So what happens? They get a few yards, take the backs out, and let's bring receivers in.
Well, they do that for 1 play anyway. And they spread it out again with Falk, the running back. It's Moss. He dives to the 39. That'll probably run out the third quarter. Well, the Dolphins won the quarter. The only score, the pass from Lemon to Camarillo. And that is, in fact, going to end the third quarter. 28-7 Patriots. Back after this message and a word from your local station.